And the player introductions are wrapped up. The start. Hello, basketball fans. You've got payday.
Well, guys,
He's certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the center. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo, and it's Lopez in at the 5 spot. Now here's McCollum. Lillard fires away from way outside. His three-pointers off the mark. And G.A. Chris Middleton over his career, much improved on the defensive end.
A true two-way player. And I tell you, that 6'11" wingspan helps. Able to use that length to bother shots and disrupt passes.
Shots good by Middleton.
And with great positional size, Middleton knows how to do damage down low.
Lillard up top from 10 feet out. Nurkic finds Lillard. About 1 minute into the first quarter. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Well, when you see the hard-working mentality of Nurkic, I mean, love how assertive he is on the offensive boards.
Outside Holiday. Pass to Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And guys, that's a sight we've become far too accustomed to seeing. Antetokounmpo throwing it down like it was just another day at the office.
Now here's Lillard. Uncovered. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Well, he doesn't play around. If the buck is there for him, he's going to get it.
Here's Holiday. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Back to Antetokounmpo. Feeds it to Lopez. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist.
The in-between game of Lopez so sharp. He's aware he has the green light from it.
McCollum outside. Passes it to Powell. Six to shoot. Covington kicks to Powell. Covington trying to break free.
Having to be careful around Lopez. He's solid at timing when to leap up to block shots.
For the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic, and Anthony subbed in for Robert Covington. And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile one block a moment ago.
And early in the game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Holiday, the pass to Lopez. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. And then for the Trailblazers, Jones checked in for Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. And so here's Portland. Chris Middleton unable to get his last shot to go. Simons. On the wing, Jones. 8 feet away. Trailblazers keep it alive. Kanter kicks to Jones. Anthony right side. Nice touch on the shot from close range. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Oof, boy, that's a tough one. You know, you gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are the guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. Here is Forbes. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Middleton right side. Off target on the 15-footer.
Oh, I thought that one was going to go down. The mid-range jumpers, oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the deep playing soft like that.
And Melo, a skilled shooter, if he gets a clean look, you expect him to make it.
Here is Forbes after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. Here's Portis. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Stolen by McCollum. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Jones is running. Now the pass to McCollum. Back to Jones. McCollum outside. Simons surveying the D.
That'll get you a pat on the back from your teammate McCollum. Unselfish and aware, picking out the perfect pass.
And that does it for the first quarter. Well, before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He credits his up.
I think it comes from the...
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Just cashing in on second-chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Well, it's part of their strategy coming in, no doubt. And there may not be that much their opponent can do about it.
We've got Bobby Portis. Teague out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Nora in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Here's Giles. Outside, Jones. Outside, Anthony. 6 on the shot clock. Shot on the wing. Giles tips it back in. Giles has got the lead up to 4 now for the Trailblazers.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Out to the right wing. Here's Connaughton, defended by Jones. Lets the 3 fly. Forbes can't get it to go. Trailblazers leading by 4. Cantor with it. Now Anthony. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Here's Connaughton. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
And that's just taking advantage of some soft defense on that drive. Little resistance for him on the way to the basket.
Here's Simons, and there is a whistle. That goes on Bryn Forbes. That is his first foul of the game. A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Lillard outside. Dishes to Covington. Shoots from the baseline.
That's size winning out. I mean, he needed every single inch to haul in that one.
DiVincenzo finds Giannis. Count the basket.
Oh, good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
Here's Lillard. Over Holiday. Now here's Powell. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Off target on the 15-footer. Here's Lopez, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
I like seeing Lopez play with aggression. I mean, this in turn forces the D's hand.
The Bucks shooting their first free throws of this game. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
We've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. McCollum against DiVincenzo. Nurkic can't hit. And so Giannis will bring it up for Milwaukee. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter.
An intense competitor. It's clear that Holiday enjoys going hard at the defense and finishing on them.
Here's Lillard after Drew Holiday's score. Can they get it? Pass to Powell. Lillard with it, guarded by Holiday. Clock at 6. Here's Covington. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You know, this is the type of guy I like. From undrafted to a quality role player. I mean, he has heart. He's gotten better every year. Covington adds a lot to this team. He can let that thing fly, too. He's a fearless shooter.
And Portland making a change here. Little's checked in. Now here is Holiday. 1:10 left to play here in the half. He feeds it to Antetokounmpo. He doesn't hit that one. Good D by Covington. So it's Portland now. Powell kicks to Lillard. Nurkic up top. Back to Lillard. Three-pointer. The rebound by the Bucks. Giannis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's DiVincenzo. And Antetokounmpo inside. He's guarded by Nurkic. Pass to DiVincenzo. Shoots from 14. Misses off the right iron.
A little surprised he took the jump shot with nobody around him. He could have attacked the basket.
Covington finds Nurkic. It's Powell on the wing. Over in the corner, Lillard. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the period. That's all for now.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. The Bucks trail.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. But this team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3 spot. The shot by Powell, no good. And it's Milwaukee's ball. There's the feed to Lopez. Antetokounmpo dishes to Lopez. Good on the bucket. Lopez has got the lead up to 2 now for the Bucks.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Holiday against Lillard. McCollum passes to Covington. Back to McCollum. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over DiVincenzo. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And the Bucks making a change here. Middleton's checked in. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And Jones subbed in for Powell. Passes it to DiVincenzo. Antetokounmpo against Anthony. Makes it off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got 4 this quarter.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
Lillard, right side. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
But this is not the start they wanted coming out of the break. 0 for 3 so far, and they're not playing with much intensity.
Lopez finds Holiday. Bucks passing it around. Middleton for 3. Rebounded by McCollum.
Wow, that's their first shot of the half that hasn't found a mark. It's been a good start for them.
Lillard against Holiday. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So for the Trailblazers, Giles comes in for McCollum. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Outside Portis. Back to Teague. Portis in the post. He's against Cantor. Nice shot by Portis.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter.
I mean, like the kick out there, recognizing there's more room outside than inside.
Teague deciding where to go with it. And Tucker has it in the corner. Here's Norrell. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. No good with the layup.
I mean, he struggles with his finishes sometimes. I mean, it's kept him from being an elite player.
Simons, the pass to Jones. It's good. This game is all even.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Outside Teague. The pass to Portis. Here's Norrell. And a miss there on the triple. Now Jones over to the wing. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Pass to Simons. Back to Anthony for the lead. Connects from three-point range. And now it's a three-point Portland lead.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
Connaughton, and there's the foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. That is his first foul of the game. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Bucks. Portland also making some changes. Robert Covington's checked in for Giles. Norman Powell comes in for Derek Jones. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simons. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. Milwaukee making a switch here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. Here's Lillard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Jeff Teague.
You better respect the interior game a little bit. He gets deep inside. He forces the defense to hit him.
All free throws good from Lillard.
Oh, not many players with the more steady hand at the free throw line than this fella.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Lillard against Teague. Just 5 to shoot. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo hammers the alley-oop through.
And one of the most athletic players in the league. Giannis makes those alley-oop jams look easy.
Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. And stolen by Lillard. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Portland out in front, leading by 3. And here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Forbes in at the point guard position. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Powell finds Covington. And it's sent back by Lopez. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Simons is checked in. Bucks trail by 3. Here is Forbes. Back to Giannis. And Covington sends it back.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up. You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
It's Giannis with the drive. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Cullen passes to Simons. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Portis. To the paint. Got it. Good job in the low post.
This speaks to how strong Portis is. It's obvious he enjoys showing off that muscle.
McCollum outside. And he converts the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
Okay, listen, you got to body him up when he's in the paint. If you play off of him, then that's just 2 easy points.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Here's Forbes. Here's Giannis. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Bucks have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Outside Holiday. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And this helps build chemistry. Lopez looking to share the ball wherever he can.
Lillard looking around. Pulls up on the elbow. Lopez grabs the board. The Bucks have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Antetokounmpo. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. McCollum's checked in for Giants. Antetokounmpo kicks to DiVincenzo. He dishes it to Middleton. That's tipped. Back to DiVincenzo. Kept alive. Here's Antetokounmpo. A second chance effort. And Middleton, the basket on the assist by Antetokounmpo. Middleton's got the lead up to 4 now for the Bucks. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Kicks it out to McCollum. Right wing. The drive by Cantor. Here's Anthony. Over Middleton. Off the left rim and out. And it's Milwaukee's ball. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run goal. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Derek Jones.
A solid outside game. Holiday has good lift on his J. And at 6'4", he can get his shot off against just about anybody.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Rebound, Milwaukee. Giannis has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
In perfect timing. With the small lead, they're doing all they can to protect it.
Here's Lillard. Holiday with the defensive effort.
That's the only way to hold him in check. He's got it inside. You got to have a body on him right away.
Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Lopez against Nurkic. Pass to Antetokounmpo. The kick out to Holiday. 4 on the clock. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, the game got away from them, but hopefully they've learned some things, and hopefully they'll be able to make some adjustments next time.
Middleton outside. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. From deep three-point range, the shot missing. And so the Bucks take the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the center. And for Los Angeles, Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George, and it's Leonard in at the 3 slot.
And how about the initiative there from Antetokounmpo? Excellent at seeing lanes to the basket and then just taking advantage.
Morris finds Leonard. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Here's DiVincenzo. Holiday left side. Right side Antetokounmpo. Outside Holiday. Stolen by Beverley. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go. All the way. The rebound by Middleton.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. And the dunk by Giannis.
Well, that leadership from Lopez, wanting to get his guys involved with his passing ability.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Outside, George. Shot clock at 5. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
That's not an easy play. Paul George is an extraordinary player. Keeps his eye on the bucket at all times.
Middleton outside. Holiday, the pass to Lopez. The feed now to Giannis. On the wing, DiVincenzo. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And guys, that's a sight we've become far too accustomed to see. Antetokounmpo throwing it down like it was just another day at the office.
George, no good.
Yet another miss. Just 1 for 5. Not exactly an ideal start.
DiVincenzo finds Holiday. That shot is off. The Clippers go the other way with it. Here's Leonard. That one misses. Great D that time from Middleton. Here's Holiday. And Holiday throws it down.
And I tell you, Antetokounmpo's evolved into one of the better passing forwards in our league. And when the defense is focused on you that much, you need to be able to find the open man.
Now here's Beverly. Back to George. Leonard inside. Defended by Middleton. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids, you're right. Here's Beverly, following the bucket by the Bucks. Here's George, lays it up off the glass.
We are talking about a proficient, efficient scorer in Paul George. Go to work, sir.
Middleton outside. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers trail by 4. Holiday gets the bucket.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter. And George kicks to Morris. Stolen by Holiday. And up the court come the Bucks on the break.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Middleton finds Lopez. Pass to Antetokounmpo. 5 to shoot. The kick out to Holiday. Over Beverly. And he overshot that one, missing.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Bucks lead by 8. We'll be back. And when asked to compare himself to LeBron James,
I know if I put the work in, maybe.
And Greg, that's the humble, hard-working approach we've come to expect from Giannis.
You know, he's not interested in putting himself on a pedestal. Enough people do that for him. He just wants to become the best he can be and win rings.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
Luke Kennard out there with Jackson. Then there's Batum. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's man in at the 3. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam. And here is Los Angeles now after the basket by Milwaukee. And Cousins kicks to Kennard. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. The layup off target.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
Here is Forbes. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Inside. Tucker can't get it to go. Clippers trail by 10. Here's Mann. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Here is Forbes. Passes to Nora. For the three. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Jackson from long range. They get it again. Here's Batum. And again, the Clippers good for two.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
Connaughton kicks to Portis. Connaughton passes to Nora. Milwaukee, no good that time either. And so Cousins will bring it up for the Clippers. They trail by 6. Mann can't hit. Milwaukee has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Portis. Tries again. And the rejection by Cousins.
The aggressive defense by DeMarcus Cousins, not content to just alter it, send it back.
Here's Mann. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Outside Portis, and Cousins comes over to help. Here is Forbes. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. They need this one. Tucker. He can't get it to go. And the Clippers will come the other way. Here's Batum. Nora grabs the board. Bucks leading by 4. And Tucker kicks to Connaughton. Portis, the pass to Tucker. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Mann gets the bucket. Mann's got 6 points.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
Here is Forbes. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by the Clippers.
Clippers trail by 4. Outside Jackson. From deep. From beyond the arc and then some.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
Yeah, it feels like they've ramped up their intensity. They have forced good things to happen. Now they're back in it.
Here is Forbes. Outside Portis. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. And the Bucks lead by 3.
This guy, a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Jackson finds Kennard. Outside for Jackson. Fires the 3. And it's Connaughton with the rebound. Tucker with the ball. Pass to Nora. The tray. 14 feet away. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. It was a big-time first quarter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 8 points, 3 assists. And that...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the small forward.
When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
Here's Leonard following the bucket by the Bucks. Comes up empty from 19 feet out.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. To the middle. Here's Antetokounmpo. And contact. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Back to George. Now Leonard. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Giannis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's DiVincenzo. It's hauled in by Paul George. Clippers trail by 5. Here's Beverly, and it's sent back by Lopez.
Lopez needs to hold down the fort on defense. An incredible wingspan to get that one.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Bucks. The pass to Antetokounmpo. And the double up Antetokounmpo. The wide open look here for Holiday. Offensive rebound. And staying with the play, Middleton. And the Bucks lead by 5.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And a deep 3 from George. A rebound by the Bucks. Middleton's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Antetokounmpo finds Middleton. Here's Holiday. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Now it's a 7-point Bucks lead. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant, and
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
Here's Leonard. After Drew Holiday's score, looking to end his cold spell. That's it, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Leonard.
Well, efficiency from the mid-range has always been a part of Kawhi Leonard's game.
Pass to Holiday. Back to Giannis. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. Marcus Morris picks one up there for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubats. Reggie Jackson comes in for Morris. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Milwaukee also making some changes. P.J. Tucker comes in for Brook Lopez. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Dante DiVincenzo. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. The shot by Middleton, wide open. And the Bucks miss again. Clippers trail by 10. Here's Leonard. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Leonard's got 6.
Well, that's about recognizing a transition opportunity when it presents itself. Nice job by Kawhi Leonard.
Rondo against Holiday. Middleton outside. Over George. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And that one's good. Leonard.
How about the focus and locked-in nature of Kawhi Leonard? My goodness.
Middleton against George. Middleton the pass to Giannis. And it's sent back by Leonard. And George, here we go. Yep, it counts. Now just a 4-point Bucks lead.
How about Paul George? Puts it on the deck, uses that explosive quickness. This guy is really hard to contain.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. The Bucks on top, leading by 4. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, this is why great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. They've got Rajon Rondo, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Batum, and there's Jackson, and it's man in at the small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
Well, that's just superb coordination and balance right there. Tucker's hard to move once he gets the ball inside.
Cousins dishes to Rondo. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Passes it to Connaughton. Kicks to Tucker. Up top, Portis. He's guarded by Cousins. Left side, Portis. And it goes down 2 points. And the Bucks lead by 6.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. To the inside. Crafty move. Cousins, no good.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Here's Nora. And the baseline jumper, no good.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Jeff Teague, he's checked in for Milwaukee. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional Mobile One block.
And when you're behind in the game, that's what you've got to do. Contest every shot.
Pass to Connaughton. There's the pass to Tucker. Over Morris. Here's Nora from the arc. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Lays it up and banks it in.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
Tucker the pass to Nora. Pass to Teague. Now Portis. And Portis throws it down.
This is exactly what you hope for from your point guard. Jeff Teague unselfishly pulling all the right strings.
Morris looking over the floor. Poked away. And here's Rondo. The Hail Mary from beyond half court is off target. Pass to Connaughton. And there's a minute 45 left in the 4th quarter. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. And Los Angeles with some changes. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Batum. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. George up top. Defended by DiVincenzo.
Simply put, a bad shot, guys. They all know they can get a better look than that.
A clear look here for Middleton. It's rebounded by Leonard. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Milwaukee leading by 6. Bucks passing it around. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. And again, the Bucks miss.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
This is the very definition of desperation time. You've got to score every trip.
Middleton finds Lopez. There's 53 seconds left in the game. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. The Bucks getting another chance here. Pass to DiVincenzo. Feeds it to Middleton. Outside Holiday. Lopez with the ball. Middleton outside. Lets it go with the 3. Paul George grabs the miss. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That's his first foul. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Los Angeles.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
And they've got to be efficient with the clock. Quick score, quick foul.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. On the wing, Morris. Defended by DiVincenzo. To end the cold streak. Tries from the block. Morris, no good. Now here is Holiday. From deep three-point range. No good. And so the Bucks take the win. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Lots of downtown Now it's into
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. And the Clippers starting five. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Zubats in at the center position. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Nurkic in at the five, roaming the paint. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
6 to shoot. Beverly finds George. Over McCollum. And there's Paul George on the assist by Beverly.
I love the patience Beverly has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
Lillard against Beverly. Kicks it out to Lillard. No good from outside.
And yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
The shot by George, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And it's Lillard missing. On offense, here are the Clippers.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Here's Lillard. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Second shot opportunity. Powell inside. Leonard's there. Powell, that's good.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
The Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Lillard against Beverly. Kicks it out to Leonard. Shoots over Powell. And Leonard gets it to go. Leonard's got his second basket.
One of the toughest covers in the league. Kawhi's jumper just keeps getting better.
Lillard, the pass to Covington. Powell down low. He's covered by Leonard. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. A different look now for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. And Carmelo Anthony is subbed in for Robert Covington. And then for the Clippers, DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubats. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Patrick Beverley.
Wearing the number 0 for a reason. Damian Lillard has it on his back for his city, Oakland. Just the latest star from the town.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Derek Jones comes in for Norman Powell, and it's Simons in for McCollum. Now here's Rondo. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
Anthony, the pass to Simons. He kicks to Jones. Kanter trying to free himself up. Poked loose, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rondo. Harry Giles is checked in for Lillard. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Mann's checked in. And Jones slams it in.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Now here's Jackson. Pass to Cousins. Back to Jackson. Mann passes to Kennard to the right side. Passes it to Cousins. And Cantor pulls it down. Trailblazers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. They get a hand on it. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Here's Mann. Pass to Batum. Kennard kicks to Jackson. The pass to Mann. The dish to Cousins. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Clock at 4. Mann can't hit. Portland leading. Outside Anthony. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Great D that time from Batum. Here's Mann. No points in the game yet for him. That doesn't fall either. He's missed his first 2 shots tonight. Fires, high post. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
And likes the view from there. He's a strong mid-range shooter.
And with that height, he can get a clean look on any shot at any time.
And we reach the end of the first quarter. It's the Trailblazers. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They just been the better team so far.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then there's Derek Jones. Then there's McCollum. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot.
That's good planning, and that's good execution. And that's a great look.
Outside Jackson. The feed to Cousins. Pass to Kennard. Shoots the 3. The putback. Unable to get that one. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Anthony finds Kanter. Jones with it. Back to Kanter. 11 feet away. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Clippers trail by 4. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And they'll keep possession. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Here's Batum. And Jones pulls it down.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling. Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully he can stay healthy this go around.
And Portland making a change here. Giles is checked in. Anthony, the pass to Kanter. And he banks in the layup. Kanter's got the lead up to 6 now for the Trailblazers.
And the coaching staff doesn't have any issue putting the ball in Kanter's hands inside. And why not? That part of his game is very refined.
Rondo kicks to Leonard. Zubac trying to break loose. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And Kennard's moving into the starting lineup for the first time last season.
And to add to that, he had a larger role offensively. And at the same time, his efficiency increased. That's a good sign.
And that one drops.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
George looking over the floor. Dishes it to Morris. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Force them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Andrew Beverly, he's checked in for Rajon Rondo. Trailblazers leading by 6. Lillard left side. Covington releases. Keeps it alive. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Down low, Nurkic with the steal. Here's McCollum. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. And it's a 10-point Trailblazer lead.
You know, often we think of Dame as a scorer first, but they're reminding us of his great ability to pass the rock. Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays as well. I'll be curious to see the response.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic and finished off by Nurkic.
And you can't allow Nurkic to get that kind of position. When you do, he is going to rattle that rim.
Outside, George. Shoots over Nurkic. George, no good. Trailblazers leading by 10. And the dunk by Covington.
Using that athleticism to convert the alley-oop. Covington is simply a difference maker out there.
Here's Beverly, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Damian Lillard.
And Smitty, you know what Pat Beverly is going to bring every night. A fearless, ferocious, at times almost sociopathic level of intensity. And this guy just does not take a possession off.
You know, he's one of those guys I would have to question even playing with him. He plays so hard. I know I hate playing against him.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris, and it's Jackson in for George. Clippers trail by 10. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist from Jackson. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Lillard left side. And so it's the Portland Trailblazer. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They were never able to get the lead above 4. And
we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. They've got Morris. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the 5. Lillard against Beverly. Now here's McCollum. He's guarded closely. Stolen by George. Powell against Leonard. Shoots over Powell. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those are exactly the kinds of plays that can spark a team. Just solid work down in the paint.
Lillard up top, defended by Beverly. Takes it from 10. No good off the back of the rim. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Count that one. Leonard's got 10 points in the game. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right now.
No, we don't do that.
Beverly wide open. Off target with his 3.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
McCollum, no good.
Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shots just don't go down.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. McCollum outside. A 3-ball. Buries it from 3-point range. McCollum's got his second basket of the game.
Potent with and without the ball. McCollum is a tremendous spot-up shooter.
George against McCollum. Left side, Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in LA, but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
Left side, Covington from 17 feet out. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubats has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Count it. That's 12 points for Leonard.
Like a gazelle cruising down the court, Kawhi's difficult to stay with in transition.
Lillard scanning the floor. And 1:01 left in the third quarter of the game. Covington finds Nurkic, kicks it out to Lillard. Now Morris, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from George.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Leonard with the steal. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. For the lead. And it's sent back by Lillard. They retain possession. It's 2-on-1. And McCollum with the slam.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
From deep, George trains the 3-pointer. George has got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
You need guys who can stretch the floor or the offense doesn't flow. Paul George is one of the best at it.
1 second left, and that's the final possession with the nice defense right there. It's all tied in Portland, and we're just moments away from the start of the... And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Giles is out there with Anthony. Then it's Ennis Cantor. Then it's Jones. And it's Simons in the point. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Anthony's shot is off. The Clippers shooting 41% for the game. Here's Cousins. Left side, Jackson. Back to Cousins. To take the lead. It's blocked. Now, here's Cantor. Good. Nice job down low. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
And I don't think he expected to get that good of a look. Poor communication defensively.
A shot by Batum, no good. And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. Kennard against Jones. Clock at 6. Goes up the baseline. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Outside Jackson. In the corner, Kennard with it. Back to Jackson. And the Clippers miss again. Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Jones, the pass to Cantor. Shoots over Cousins. Cantor's shot is off. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Looking to get on the board here in the 4th still. Here's Batum. Basket is good. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
And George kicks to Cousins. Back to George. Cantor with it. To the paint. And the dunk by Powell.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. George against McCollum. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Paul George. 1:53 left here in the 4th quarter. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That's his first foul. Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers. 1:50 left in the 4th quarter. Powell dishes to Lillard. 5 on the clock. Back to Powell. The Clippers have gone just 33% from the field in the 4th quarter so far. They are 2 of 6.
Big points as the stakes rise, so does George's impact on the game.
The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the 4th. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Beverly against Lillard. 1:15 left in the 4th. Sinks that one from the post. And the Trailblazers lead by 1.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Here's Beverly, and the layup is good.
Patrick Beverly plays with a scorer's mentality, takes the opportunity to step up.
Lillard outside. Kicks it to Nurkic. Lillard left side. And foul on the shot. The coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Leonard. And Cantor pulls it down. And here are the Trailblazers now. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Powell, the pass to Lillard. He kicks it to Cantor. Back to Lillard. Just 5 on the clock. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Gets the first, that will put them up by 2. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 3-point game.
That's why you want him at the line when the game is close. He knows how to deliver in the clutch.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
This is where you want to run a play. Don't just walk it up and heave it.
From deep, George. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. That was a fun night of basketball. It's time for the NBA. Short rotations late. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the 5 spot. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the small forward. And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Now here is Holiday. Now Nurkic. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance. Lillard against Holiday. And then Lillard slams it in.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
Now here is Holiday. Giannis outside. And Giannis throws it down.
You've got to love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage.
Fellas, that's exactly why they look to get him the ball around the rim. I mean, it's either a dunk or free throws every time.
Here's Lillard. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Feeds it to Lopez. The shot that time, not on target.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Powell, the pass to Covington. Powell trying to free himself up. Covington with the bucket.
And I'm impressed by the level of concentration Covington has on these difficult finishes. I mean, in this league, you have to get used to making shots despite being bumped a little bit or being challenged at a high level.
Here's Giannis after the made shot from Robert Covington.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Lillard. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
Oof. That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are two guys that still are very reliable.
Now Lillard, after Chris Middleton missed from long range. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Pocket 6. Takes the 3. And it's Lillard missing. Bucks trail by 4. Here's Holiday. Giannis passes to Middleton. Trying to get open is Lopez. Middleton can't get it to go.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Powell, no one around him. The three-pointer off the mark. Milwaukee's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Holiday. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
How about the court vision of Middleton? Just so good at finding the open man.
Lillard surveying the D. High post, Nurkic. Back to Lillard. And then Lillard slams it in.
Don't let his height fool you. Lillard can rise up with the best of them.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Trailing by 4. Here's Giannis. And Covington sends it back. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance. Powell for 3. But they recover it. Covington kicks to Powell. Rebound, Milwaukee.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And Giannis Antetokounmpo has some major hops. At almost 7 feet tall, he makes it look effortless.
Lillard fires away from way outside. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Portland out in front, up by 2. And regarding the mental aspect of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Definitely game has slowed down a lot for me.
Well, Greg, that might be why they put up so many points. They all know the roles. They've got the right recipe for everything they want to do on offense.
Yeah, his awareness plus unselfishness puts defenders in a no-win situation.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, we've got Bobby Portis. Teague out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Connaughton in it with the shooting guard. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
Simons surveying the D. They swipe it. Fast break, Milwaukee. Teague with the ball. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. To the paint. Passes it to Simons. This one for 3. No good. And Milwaukee the other way now. Now the pass to Nora. Back to Connaughton. And now Jones running the floor all by him. Oh, where did that come from? Oh, that was beautiful. What a punch. Teague, the pass to Connaughton. Back to Teague. Pass to Nora. 17-foot shot on the way. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Pass to Simons. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Little passes to Simons. Just 5 on the clock. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
And he's all over that shot, has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
McCollum's checked in for Portland. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Holiday comes in for Teague. On the wing, Holiday. Left side, Portis. Bucket is good. Portis has got the lead up to 3 now for Milwaukee.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's Simons. The rebound by Holiday. Milwaukee leading by 3. To the middle, here's Tucker. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
It's a solid blueprint.
And Teague is kind of sneaky with his vertical, guys. I wouldn't call it great, but it's certainly better than average. And he'll fly high on occasion to jam whenever he gets the chance.
Lillard finds Covington. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he makes the first.
You know, Covington's ability to space the floor and his length at the defensive end is something every team is looking for. He is the prototypical 3-and-D player in my mind.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Passes to Giannis. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws. And here we go with the coach's challenge. A surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Holiday's checked in. Lillard with it, out-guarded by Giannis. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Really nice work here from Covington to draw the foul on his way up. He's got a real talent for drawing fouls and getting himself to the foul line.
And both free throws good for Covington.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
To the inside, Kanter hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Kanter's got his first points of the game.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Lays it up and banks it in. And the Bucks lead by 5.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, this has been an impressive offensive output.
McCollum right side. Covington trying to break free. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Potent with and without the ball. McCollum is a tremendous spot-up shooter.
And here's Holiday. Giannis left side. Holiday tried to tip it in, but couldn't quite get it. And a close game so far through the first.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome back to a competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. Some good moments from both teams. And that does it for our half.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. You have to like what we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. A nice shot there by Antetokounmpo.
Antetokounmpo going to work inside. Yeah, he's 6'11", but he's also relentless.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 3 assists now in this one. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. It's a 3-point game. The pass to DiVincenzo. Inside. Here's Antetokounmpo. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue. And quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting, you know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad he did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the two of us. Went back out on the floor. Doc nudges me and said he'll be great in TV someday. We saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about.
Holiday against Lillard. And Holiday kicks to DiVincenzo. He feeds it to Antetokounmpo. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And the dunk by Powell.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Down low. And to Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Nurkic, the pass to Lillard. Stolen by Holiday. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Derek Jones comes in for Norman Powell. Little, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Lillard.
That right there is how you pause a defender. You freeze him up. Nice bit of ball handling from Teague right there.
Pass to Kanter. And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That is his first foul of the game. There's 1:54 left here in the third quarter. Anthony dishes to Jones. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Bucks leading by 3.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Portis. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Portis has got his second basket of the game.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Simons the pass to Cannon, and the layup's good off the glass. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team, and in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
Well, I tell you, that was double duty right there. He influenced the shot and then got back and cleaned the glass.
Connaughton kicks to T. Misses the three.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
Teague with the ball. 13 feet away. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Bucks lead by 3.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. The Bucks on top, up by 3. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Setting the floor for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Then it's P.J. Tucker, and it's Connaughton in at the 2 spot. Nobody near Lillard. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Portland trailing here, and here they go. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Portis, the pass to Teague. Lays it up and off the glass.
Yeah, you could see how Teague was probing the defender there, seeing if he could catch him leaning and drive to the rim. Nicely done.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Anthony finds Jones. Pass to Simons. Shot clock at 5. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Stolen by Tucker. There's the lob to Portis.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him.
And a nice touch on the finish.
Out to Anthony. Passes it to Cannon. The putback. Milwaukee with the rebound. And they're running. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Back to Middleton. Antetokounmpo passes to DiVincenzo. Holiday against Lillard. Here's Lopez, and Lopez throws it down.
Putting that stanchion to the test, the big fella, banging it down.
McCollum outside. Inside. Covington dishes to Nurkic. McCollum left side. Nurkic can't hit. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. Leading by 5. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's foul number 2 for him. Antetokounmpo finds DiVincenzo. Jokic against Lopez. Middleton. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
Yeah, you know, when you shoot the ball as well as Middleton does, you want to be hungry in looking for your shots. I mean, shot hungry is a good thing when you've got the stroke that he has, mid-range and long distance.
Here's Lillard. Clinton trying to break free. And Lillard throws it down.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Holiday, the pass to Antetokounmpo. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
Lillard outside. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Milwaukee leading by 7. 1:05 left in the 4th quarter. 5 on the clock, and Holiday kicks to Middleton. They get it again. The kick out to Holiday. Antetokounmpo trying to break loose. And there's the pass to DiVincenzo. The Bucks working the ball around. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Middleton for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Middleton's got the lead up to 10 now for the Bucks.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
From deep, Antetokounmpo. Portland grabs the miss.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
And Lillard throws it down.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
And so the Bucks take the win. They came in. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to... And they'll have some minutes to make up for it with an injury in their roster.
They're missing a quality player Injuries, a big part of the game. They've just got to make the adjustments.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the 2 spot. And for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. Just 4 to shoot. It's good. And in this one, Brent, terrific talent on both sides. Everyone getting their popcorn ready.
Yeah, lots of people tuning into this one, Kevin. And, you know, regular season games, there's always talk about, it's another game. This is not another game. This is prime time.
And the dunk by Giannis.
They like to use Giannis in the pick and roll situations. He's getting better at understanding how to set the screens. But a rolling target, boy, he's a good one.
Now, here is Morris. Back to George. Kicks it out to Leonard. Zubac against Lopez.
Yeah, that's all you.
Left side, George. Goes back up. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Well, he knows how to score, and he does just that. Don't let Paul George fool you. He can finish inside.
Middleton outside. He's looking for Giannis and finds him. And he banks in the layup.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Clippers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game.
And last season, Giannis Antetokounmpo welcoming his first child into the world.
And maybe now an MVP at home as a most valuable papa. The mother of his son was a volleyball player in her day. So you got to think, as this kid grows up, maybe the recruits are sending letters already.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. George against Holiday. Shot clock at 6. Kicks to Middleton. Back to Holiday. Offensive rebound, Bucks. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Here's Leonard. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
George finds Beverley. Back to George. Shoots over DiVincenzo. Here's Zubac. Up top, Leonard. Defended by Middleton. And Leonard gets it to go.
Yeah, you could be as physical as you want with Kawhi Leonard. He just stays with it and is unshaken.
Holiday dishes to Middleton. Back to Holiday. Middleton outside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Speed burst that time from Middleton, a relentless penetrator and not afraid to take the punishment.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Now here's Rondo. A shot by Batum, no good. Middleton for 3, good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, he's accurate from behind the arc, and there's a reason why Chris Middleton takes a good amount of three-pointers.
Rondo passes to Cousins. 59 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Forbes. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Clippers trail by 5. Stolen by Tucker. To the paint. It's tipped and stolen by Cousins. Ball going up court. Jackson misses.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Knocked away. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Kennard kicks to Rondo. Now here's Cousins. Not a lot of room. Rondo can't get it to go. Here is Forbes. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Out to the right wing. He got it up. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And that does it for the first quarter. Milwaukee. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So for the Clippers right now, we've got Luke Kennard. Batum is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Jackson, and it's man in at the small forward.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It's his first trip to the line.
And last year, excellent at the free throw line, just a shade under 90%.
Well, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important. And then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. Here's Jackson following the three by Milwaukee. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Cousins finds Kennard. 4 on the clock. And it's Connaughton with the rebound. Milwaukee leading by 6. Over to the left wing. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
And so Cousins will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Pass to man. Back to Jackson. Here's Batum. That shot off the mark. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Here's Connaughton. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And Portis throws it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Jackson. Cousins dishes to Batum. Outside for Jackson. Batum. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Antetokounmpo. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
Yeah, that's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
And here are the Clippers now after the basket by Milwaukee.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Teague against Jackson. To the wing on the left. Connaughton passes to Antetokounmpo. Portis in the post. Off with the layup.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Now here's Beverly. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. To the middle. Ahead, here's Antetokounmpo, and it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And you go back, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the 15th pick in that 2013 draft. Hindsight, obviously 2020, but I think it's safe to say he should have been drafted a little bit higher.
Yeah, you have so many of those blogs out there that go back and want to redraft classes. Giannis Antetokounmpo back in 2013, I'm pretty sure at this point would be taken number 1.
1:11 left in the first half of basketball. And Holiday kicks to Lopez. Another shot.
Just such an elite defender with unreal instincts. Kawhi Leonard consistent at locking up whoever it is he's guarding.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
The Clippers shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
He hits both from the stripe.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
And here's Holiday. Giannis right side. Score the basket. His fourth. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
Well, playmaking and scoring, that's what Giannis is up to here tonight.
Pass to Leonard. Dishes to Morris. The pass to Zubac. Lopez with the steal. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. Holiday's got the lead up to 10 now for Milwaukee.
Yeah, Drew very much willing to go in there, scrap out a rebound, and hit the boards.
A deep three from Leonard. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Finished off the break. Holiday's got 4 points in the quarter.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K's, a competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. And that'll do it.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You have to like what we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3 slot. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Clippers trail by 12. Jumps up, and then Leonard with the dunk.
And that's the high motor, the long strides we're always talking about with Leonard, killing it in transition.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. And the dunk by Giannis.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. DiVincenzo against George. Over in the corner, Zubac. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Leonard against Middleton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Zubac, no good. Bucks leading by 12. Pass to Giannis. He kicks it to Middleton. Holiday, the pass to Antetokounmpo. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Middleton can't get it to go. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Clippers. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Beverly. Leonard's got 6 points. Greg, so many people know your story. Born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people, you know, has its pros and cons.
Right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lures of the game of college basketball.
And oh, here we go. Lopez has got it, the fast break chance. From 12 feet out. Oh, Middleton in position. It's stolen by Morris. And here's Leonard from three. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
The kick out to Holiday. Back to Lopez. Outside Holiday. They get the rebound. Giannis on the follow.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
Outside, George. .143 left in the third quarter, and it's good. 2 points.
PG playing behind the pick and roll, able to use his size. Pretty good decision that time with the basketball.
Passes it to DiVincenzo. Here's Middleton. Back to DiVincenzo. Releases, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation. A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Clippers trail by 8. Jackson with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And the pass to Batum. There's the dish to Morris. Outside for Jackson. And the Clippers miss again. Bucks leading by 8. Here's Connaughton. That's good, and so Teague with the assist.
That was like a morning paper for Jeff Teague. Makes a great read and swings the ball around for a clean look at the bucket.
Outside Jackson. Stolen by Tucker. Here's Connaughton, defended by Batum. Portis kicks to Teague. Connaughton passes to Portis. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And now it's a 12-point Bucks lead.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
To the inside, Portis. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Here's Kennard. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks going into the break with a 10-point lead. A look at the field goal percentage numbers. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. So for the Clippers right now, Luke Kennard out there with Jackson. Then there's Batum. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's man in at the small forward position. Pass to Connaughton. Back to Teague. Pass to Portis. Plenty of space. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Portis has got the lead up to 12 now for the Bucks. Teague against Jackson. Sinks that one from the post. Jackson's got his first points in this one.
Not an easy basket for Jackson. He doesn't shoot a really high percentage, but he does make a lot of tough hoops.
Outside Portis. Five to shoot. Passes to Nora. There's the triple. Rebounded by Jackson. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. It's a 10-point game. Cousins, the pass to Batum. Shoots over Tucker. A shot by Batum, no good. Kicks it to T. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Now, here's Kennard. Batum lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
The pass to Teague. To the paint. With the fadeaway. From the arc. And with the rebound. Clippers trail by 10. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Tipped away. Stolen by Tucker. By himself. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Jackson misses. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So both teams changing it up here. Outside Holiday. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Middleton looking it over. Fires from deep. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Bucks lead by 14.
That's a battle down there. It's one of the reasons Lopez has been in this league for over a decade. Solid effort.
Good work there as it goes.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Outside Holiday. Over Beverly. The shot by Holiday, no good. Clippers trail by 12. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by George.
Yeah, we love when great offensive players get in a scoring rhythm, but Paul George right now in a great passing rhythm tonight.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul. 1:24 left in the fourth quarter. Kicks it down to Middleton. From past the arc, Lopez passes to DiVincenzo. Bucks passing it around. 4 on the shot clock.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Bucks.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Giannis.
Now this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
Stolen by Zubac. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, not much you can do to stop that. Leonard showing once again his physical prowess at the 10.
The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Leonard with the bucket.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
DiVincenzo against George. DiVincenzo passes to Giannis. 5 on the clock. The feed to Middleton. Fader on the way. And it falls over the rim and in.
Impressive job by the players coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Jones in at the 3 slot. And for Los Angeles, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the shooting guard. And now running up the court, Leonard pushing it up. George trying to break free. And he's able to get it back. Zubac the pass to Beverley. George with no one around. No good on the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And Jones slams it in. Some of the best in the game go at it here tonight, Chris. What an incredible guard matchup we have here in this one.
Oh, Kevin, there are some all-time greats playing at the guard spots these days. Will be a fun matchup to watch.
So the Portland Trail Blazers able to put the first points up on the board. George against McCollum. A nice shot by George.
A guy with George's focus can shrug off the contact. He won't let the defender disrupt his rhythm.
Here's Lillard. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
Morris finds Beverley. That 3 off the mark. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Lillard, the pass to Jones. Morris against Lillard. Feeds it to Covington. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
It's easy to admire Covington. Even when the defense gets rough with him, he stays with it.
Beverley dishes to Leonard. Pass to Morris. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Offensive rebound. Nurkic. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Now, realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, you like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
Outside Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
Lillard misses.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
Open court basketball at his best. The D slow to catch up, and the assist leads him right to the bucket.
Here's McCollum after the Clippers pick up 2. Floats it up there for Nurkic. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Well, that'll get you a pat on the back from your teammate McCollum. Unselfish and aware, picking out the perfect pass.
And George kicks to Beverley. Back to George. Kicks it out to Leonard. Beverley, the pass to Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by Covington. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. And a wide open look for McCollum. No good with the triple. Clippers have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Leonard. Here's George. And easy 2 points on the layup. George has got 6.
3 for 4 to start. I mean, he's going to try to keep this streak going as long as he can.
It's Jones on the wing. He's covered by Leonard. Jones kicks to Lillard. High post shot. The Clippers grab the miss.
Not the most productive quarter he'll ever have, but his shot selection's been a little bit dubious.
And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Now, here's Kennard. That puts them in the lead.
As Kennard's career has gone on, Luke's become a much better ball handler, so it's important for his game.
Simons, the pass to Giles. Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. A nice shot by Simons.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Jackson drives in. He gets it in there.
He's not the biggest guy on the court, but Jackson doesn't mind getting his hands dirty. He'll take a knock as long as he can get his points out of it.
Here's Simons. Kicks it to Cantor. They get a hand on it. Batum with the steal. Up in time. Can't hit that one. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Clippers lead by 2. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
Well, credit to coaching. Some guys wouldn't have made those substitutions in the first quarter. Now it's paying off.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Portland, we've got Anthony. He's out there with Norman Powell. Enes Kanter is out there with C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot. And Kanter able to finish.
He's one of the best per-minute rebounders in the game. Kanter gets a lot of his points this way.
Now here's Rondo. Pass to Cousins. Here's Kennard. Shoots over Powell. Kennard's shot is off. The Trailblazers shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Powell inside. Kennard covering. The shot by Anthony. Nobody around. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
Now, here's Kennard. Now the dish to Jackson. Taken away by Anthony. And here we go. Bobs it up for Kanter.
Tremendous offensive work ethic from Kanter. He never stops looking for a shot.
Clippers trail by 4. Rondo with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Okay, listen, you got to body him up when he's in the paint. If you play off of him, then that's just 2 easy points.
McCollum kicks to Kanter. Here's Simons. He's covered by Rondo. And Kanter throws it down.
Yeah, Kanter moves so well with his team. Fluid motion gets him free for the shot.
Outside Rondo. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
McCollum feeling it out a bit, down low. Here's Kanter. No good there. And the Clippers will come the other way. Here's Jackson. A putback. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Batum's got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
I just love the aggressive attitude of Batum, especially how hard he hits the ball.
McCollum outside. There's the pass to Kanter. It's blocked.
And Batum has arms that go on forever and ever and ever, which is why he's so dangerous when it comes to shot block.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Derek Jones, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. And here is Los Angeles now. The Blazers getting the bucket. Beverly dishes to George. That's tipped. And so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, you know, I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table. But in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are three names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. And George gets it to go.
Nice play by George. This is what size on the wing gives you, the option to pick your spot anywhere on the floor.
Now, here's Lillard. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Jones against George. Clock is at 3. Lillard attacking, and then Lillard slams it in.
The D has got to do a better job clogging up routes to the rim. Lillard is a terror when it comes to driving inside.
George looking around, and Leonard has it in the corner. Unloads. Bank shot, no good.
His interior scoring is one of the things that drives their offense. Don't expect him to miss many of those.
Stolen by George. And the shot goes in. George has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. And that does it for our half.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Lillard finds Nurkic. Back to Lillard. High shot from 10 feet out. Lillard's got his second bucket of the game to go.
You better play up on Lillard at all times, especially when the pass is coming his way. You got to know he's ready to shoot once he catches it.
George, that's a 2-pointer. And it's Portland with the rebound. Covington's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist from Covington. And the Trailblazers lead by 2. And so Beverly will bring it up for Los Angeles. Outside, George. Leonard on the wing. Zubac the pass to Morris. Outside, Leonard launches it. C.J. McCollum with the rebound. The Trailblazers shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. Outside, Jones. Covington kicks to Lillard. Back to Covington. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. And it's a 4-point Trailblazer lead.
He creates so much offense. I mean, Lillard puts intense pressure on the defense to react.
And George, here we go. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
You can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
Trailblazers have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Lillard, right side. And here's McCollum for 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Well, that's their first miss after hitting 3 in a row to start the half. I mean, I guess it had to happen sometime.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Jones finds Covington. It's a hand on it.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Over in the corner, Beverly. Back to George. Beverly dishes to George. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
And, guys, George puts pressure on an opponent at both ends of the court. Lockdown D at one, aggressive to get his own at the other.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris. Patterson, he's checked in for Leonard. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. Here's Giles. Dishes it to Cantor. Back to Giles. That one good for two. Giles has got the lead up to 4 now for Portland. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. George against Powell. And it's George finishing it off.
And I just love the aggressiveness from George, just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate.
And stolen by Cousins. And they go to the intentional foul. And the Clippers making a change here. Kennard's checked in. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Jackson with it. Cantor covering.
Oh, and when there's an open man, Jackson finds him, making it look very easy.
For Portland, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. To the middle, here's Anthony, and it's Anthony with the jam.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
Here's Kennard. Portland making their last shot. That one off the back iron and out.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Anthony, the pass to Giles. Out to Anthony. 27 seconds left to play here in the third.
Love to see him battling in there. Go get it, little fella.
Here's Kennard. And good that time. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And, guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, they've got Enes Kanter. Giles is out there with Anthony. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the point. Here's Rondo. Makes it off the glass.
But the contact isn't enough to slow Rondo's drive. I mean, he commits to the play and goes all the way.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trail Blazers. A 2-point game. Poked loose. Batum with the steal. Here's Mann. And he gets the bucket.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And Lillard kicks to Jones. Pass to Covington. Back to Jones. Puts one up from 19. Morris with the rebound. The Clippers shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. And now we've got the intentional foul. Beverly against Lillard to take the lead. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, in overtime, Beverly has established himself as just a defensive specialist, juggernaut, an absolute pest who plays his tail off on both ends of the floor.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Lillard. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Inside and stolen by Cousins. He's got a clear path. Here's Morris, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Wow, look at Morris, just using that big body of his to draw contact. The defense has a tough time matching up with him.
The first one falls. So for the Trailblazers, Cantor checked in for Robert Covington, and Anthony subbed in for Jones.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
Paul George with the steal. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. George has got the lead up to 6 now for the Clippers. Here is Lillard. Outside Anthony. The feed now to Cantor. Looking to end the run. Anthony dishes to Cantor. Shoots over Leonard. Portland no good that time either.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
No, doing anything they can to stop the bleeding, but so far they've had no answers.
Passes it to Morris. He kicks to Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. And the shot is good.
Talk about someone who knows all the angles. Kawhi on the interior.
Lillard looking around. Pass to Anthony. Now here's Nurkic. He's guarded by Cousins. Lillard attacking.
The outstanding quickness of Lillard. It keeps the D on their heels. He excels at drawing the foul when he drives.
Good on the first, and that narrows the gap to 7. Zubac is checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. No free throws good from Lillard.
And great work at the line there to chip away at the lead. A few more productive trips here, and things could really get interesting.
Anthony against Leonard. The pass to Zubac. Now Beverly. He feeds it to Morris. And stolen by Lillard. Cantor with it. Leonard picks him up. Lillard against Morris. Lillard, the pass to Cantor. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Marcus Morris picks one up there. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Powell's checked in. That's good from Cantor.
Now, that's big free throws from a player they depend on in those situations.
Beverly against Lillard. Now here's Beverly. T right on him. He dishes it to Leonard. Shoots over Powell. Second chance shot. And it's Leonard missing. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Cantor kicks to McCullough. Count it! And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
Zubac. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Beverly against Lillard. They get it back. It falls!
Well, a big reason Nurkic impacts games is for that ability right there, staying active on the glass at both ends, converting the second chances.
Leonard dishes to George. Back to Leonard. Oh, he can't jam it home. Yes!
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here's Lillard. To win it. Shot is good. But, oh, it looks like this one might get reviewed. Very close on the release. Well, they are going to replay right now to make sure he did not release it in time as the officials originally.